move this around. Oh god, I have 1,000 tabs open.
I got one.
Oh, I get it. Oop, oh, my audio's messed up. There we go.
All right, looks like one more skin, one more flesh,
There we are.
and then I can move on.
Neat.
Take the hun. Hello.
Oh my gosh, there's automotive jobs.
Ah.
That's what I'm learning on that ad.
Jason M. Hey guys.
Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, shake it right in there. Alright.
Kick the Bandit disliked and hopefully building spaceships after work.
Sweet.
Fresh.
I want to build spaceships at work.
Lucky Bat, ooh. The Animaster disliked before the likes come in. Lance Fantasy Gaming, evening. I have 4 orc kill team glued together so far. Neat. Crank,
Wonderful.
damn, she swole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sisters of Battle don't mess around.
Hell's Ghetto! Hi, everyone. I joined the Patreon yesterday, and we sent you a message today. I don't know if you saw it, but make sure you check for it.
We don't show favoritism here. We just love the patrons more. We care about them more. We like them more. We're nicer to them.
I mean, you said it, not me.
But that's not favoritism. That's just like a perk.
Exactly.
That we show selectively to certain people and not others.
Based on money.
Yeah.
Canvas S. How did you do that base?
It's a Green Stuff World Texture Roller. It's a Spanish company that makes a whole bunch of gear for hobbyists. It's an acrylic tube that has the negative, or I guess the positive of this texture in it, and then you roll it over green stuff or milliput, and then you get the look. And it worked pretty well. I mean, it was my first time using it, and I would say it turned out all right. I think I would do a little bit better on the second try.
Now, I've always heard people call it green stuff rollers, but you use milliput.
I think it's green.
Is it just called
it's Green Stuff World's roller.
World rollers.
But you can use it with any clay, really.
But milliput's probably better.
I like milliput. Milliput, because I had to sand the edge. Although this one I didn't do a great job of getting a nice clean edge. But it's really hard to sand green stuff because it's kind of soft and rubbery.
This is true.
Milliput is it dries like a rock. It's very sandable. Chip Kip's amazing channel. Watched your video today and it got me out of a slump. Thanks. Nice. That's what I'm here for. Crank 2 high voltage. What's with the giant popped zit on her arm though? She might be a Nurgle heretic. Those are the plugs that are put into her so that she can control her power armor. Although she's not wearing it right now because she's in trouble.
A nudist
in the Repentia.
I said the right thing. Exactly. speaking of repenting, I'm getting some 3D models ready that are going to be up on the Patreon this weekend.
Ooh.
Yep, I'm going to be doing some test prints.
Yeah,
very exciting.
Look snazzy.
Mm-hmm. That turret. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that turret. That reminds me, I have to make one more change, or else I won't print well.
Yeah, a lot of really fun stuff in the works.
This is very true.
Daniel Thompson, also, yes, this is the worst channel on YouTube. By far. I agree.
I mean, I've been saying that for years.
Frozen Throg, got some airbrush problems today that put me in a slump. Instead, oh joy. You know, the airbrush will do that from time to time. It'll just be an absolute butt. And you're like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I'm doing everything right, even though you usually aren't. Usually it's like, I'm doing everything right except not really mixing up the paint and not working with my pressure and not cleaning the thing. But other than that, it really shouldn't be acting up. At least that's what it always is for me.
Yeah.
Like, no, I haven't cleaned it in a month. No, I know the needle's all broken. Yes, I know I'm not going to get good air seal. Yes, I know that my airbrush hose is all busted. But really, I don't understand why this is happening now.
Yeah. Yes, I know my compressor's really loud. Exactly.
Thanks, Fantasy Gaming. I just won the bid for Curse City for $219 in total. That's not too bad.
Sweet.
From the few people who got copies, I heard it's a pretty fun game. Big Nick Energy. Hey all, painting 9 Ridge Runners for my Gene Stealer cult for a mono tourney on Sunday. 4-armed Emperor help me. So it's a mono tournament. Does that mean it's just you? You're the only person in the tournament?
Guaranteed. I guarantee.
Crank! Watched your video on Hobby Burnout yesterday. Made me go back to my model I took a break from since January. Super happy with it now. It ended up how it ended up last night. Nice!
Sweet. Yeah, that's awesome.
The Animaster, I'm going to take my meds and go to sleep, but try to stay awake while I watch this. Freaking exhausted from office work and building my new hobby space. Still big cabinet stuff to put together.
Neat. Jason M. Hey Jay, in today's vid, you said you don't like stripping minis. Any specific reason or just because it's a chore?
Yeah, just because it's a chore. It's not fun.
Yeah.
And I don't have to.
I think we all, but also I think it's because of our little business practice way back when.
Oh yeah.
we stripped a lot of minis.
So many.
We've done a lot of stripping minis.
Armies.
We used to buy armies off of Daka, the swapping chat or whatever the hell that was. And we would buy an army and then we'd strip the paint and then we would flip it. And we were able to do that we probably did it for a couple months. And we were able to buy a new camera with it, a new old camera with it.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, little high school hustle.
Yeah, but
Shipped a lot.
It's just not fun, and it's very rare I find paint where I'm just like, I can't. If I paint over this, it'll look terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are a little too quick to strip.
That's also true. Did I mention it was a lot of minis?
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot of minis.
And the stuff is gross, and you're just sitting there with a toothbrush.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I could be enjoying myself, but instead.
Yep.
working on another thing right now because I want to do a video on paint shakers. But I think paint shakers, similarly to how stripping models is a chore and it's not fun, and I don't like to do or buy things that aren't fun, a paint shaker feels like a very lame purchase. But if it was a paint shaker that was made out of Legos, all of a sudden, it's a good time. So I've ordered a bunch of non-Lego compatible motors. And so once I get those in, I think I'm going to try to make my own.
It's going to be wild.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Even if you're down the line and you're like, you know what? I don't use this paint shaker enough. You can just turn it into a robot as opposed to a normal paint shaker where you're like, oh, I wasted, $30 to $80 on this dumb thing instead of buying a really cool thing.
Exactly.
Force member 45. Funny enough, just put the first coat of wash on the Warhound's weapons through the airbrush. Yeah, I've applied washes through the airbrush, and it is definitely a neat little trick, a little time saver trick. You do waste a little bit of paint, but I think it's worth it sometimes for saving time. The one time it really helped me out was I was painting up the Necron Ghost Arcs, which are weirdly huge, spindly vehicles. And so just hosing them down and then giving them a little wipe with a paper towel was so much faster than applying it by hand with a brush.
Mm. Power Surge. My paint shaker was $14 though.
Still too much.
Yep. But not, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Sir Taco the First. Wish I could watch, but I got it. But got school tomorrow. See ya. Just stay up.
Yeah, skip school.
I don't understand. Don't go to school. We stopped going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us. Look at where our lives are. Mm-hmm. Kitty Canones, yo Jay, Corvus Belly makes plastic minis now. Do you plan on painting any Infinity?
I don't know, maybe one day. I like the look of Infinity models, and it definitely looks like they make the best of metal currently, because for some reason they're still sticking with metal.
Now they have plastic.
Now they have plastic.
That's what Aquino Canones says.
I know, but I'm just general information on Corvus Belly. But I don't know. Their game looks interesting. I've heard it's fun. But my next thing is gonna be Malifaux.
This is true. We are learning Malifaux on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's very exciting.
Daniel Thompson, got to get one of those industrial air compressors. Won't make noise for a while, but when it needs more air, everyone in town will hear it. Yep.
I like it. I used to use a giant air compressor, and then I would fill up a tank, and then I would use the tank. And that worked well, but then you had to go fill up the tank. And that was just a little annoying.
Ninja Pig 789. Hey Eons, just want to say I found your channel last month and I am loving it. One question: if you could choose one faction to receive a new codex, which and why? I think Space Marines could really use a new codex. I think the one they got a few years ago is it's showing its age just a little. So I think Space Marines really could use the help. They deserve it.
And the codex should come with a new Primaris Lieutenant.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of great.
Colin Steger, this Friday is when the new Star Wars Legion stuff comes out. Ooh, neat. Colin Steger, also, anyone got advice on getting some Blade Guard? eBay. I mean, I think Blade Guard, are cheap because of Indomitus.
There you go. Ooh, look at this. We got a 3-parter right here.
Ooh.
George Drury, why are you guys requesting dislikes?
Why not?
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Everyone should just do it. There's only 33 dislikes, and that's honestly disrespectful to the channel.
It is.
Yeah.
It shows
We're
you
gonna
don't not only that you disrespect us, but you don't like us.
If we don't get 100 dislikes by the end of this stream, we're gonna close the channel.
Yep. No more EonsOfBattle.
We have 71 people watching, so y'all better dislike the stream.
Yeah. And then create new Google accounts to get us those last couple.
Exactly. And we'll do it. We'll shut it all down. We'll end our lives here. All right. 2, you guys do a fantastic job on the channel. I have not played a game or painted a 40k model in 5 years. However, you guys have inspired me to start fixing up old models I painted 20 years ago.
Ooh, neat.
Neat. 3, finally, while I don't have the time or energy to relearn modern version of 40k, I'm going to use my old models to play the first game of Grimdark this weekend.
Ah, cool. Yeah, that's a great solution.
And you'll have to let us know how it is.
ShipKip's amazing channel. Do you guys know any cheap ways to get large amounts of good brushes? I have only one brush that can actually be used for mini painting after using wood varnish with my other good brushes. Well, yeah, I mean, don't use wood varnish on your good brushes. I mean, I would just say stock up on Walmart brushes and just use those for a lot of things, and then save your good brush or good brushes for the last little touches. I like Rosemary & Co. brushes. They're very nice. I have some Da Vinci Maestro, and they really weren't crazy expensive. Like $4 a brush. And they're very good. But I don't use them very much. I use my Walmart brushes. I use my Walmart brushes a lot. I use my Rosemary & Co. synthetic Series 313s a lot. And then, like, if I really have to paint some eyes or a really tricky edge highlight, I think that's when I reach for the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Crack. Easy with the praise there, guys. Jay might start acting like royalty.
Yeah.
You should see how he acts in game shops now. Holy cats. I mean, jeez. If you don't get a discount, you're like, do you know who I am?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little upsetting, a little embarrassing.
I wear the apron.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird. You make people bow to you. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little much, but you know, it is what it is. Lucky bet my father will hear about this. Exactly.
Olive Moore, what's your favorite brush to use, size, and why? Do you have a workhorse brush? Absolutely. I really like my Rosemary & Co. size 2 and size 3. It's the Rosemary & Co. Synthetic Series 313. I like that they kind of have a chunky handle. They've got nice, fat, long bristles. Yeah, I use these a ton. And I abuse them. I don't clean them nearly as often as I should. I mean, honestly, I should probably be cleaning them after every painting session. I think they maybe get cleaned a few times a month. I've had them for years, and they do really good work.
Mm-hmm. You make them wear dominatrix outfits when they're not being used. I mean, it's wild.
Crank, have you tried using those sweet-looking Artist Opus dry brushes? I have not, although I do use the nearly identical Army Painter dry brushes, which work wonderfully.
Mm. There you go.
Perrin Consulti. I want models for my Blood Angels that are fine cast. I'm a little concerned. Any advice on the subject? Yeah, usually fine cast are acceptable sometimes. And if they're not, you can just complain and get more. So I'd say just buy them. I bought a lot of Space Marine fine cast, and usually it's pretty good for fine cast. I bought Necron fine cast, and it was atrocious. I think Space Marines have a little more meat on them, though, so they cast a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Jason M. I imagine Jay strutting into the game store with his phone playing the EOE theme music.
Yeah, it's that upsetting. Power Surge. Does anyone other than Lucky Bet watch the streams that you know in real life?
Yeah.
Sometimes our friend Amanda, and sometimes our friend Sean. He joins the call-in streams.
Our friend Ben pops in
Yes,
for a
every once in a
second
while.
every now and again.
Exactly. Yeah,
YouTubers sometimes show up.
this is true, but I mean we don't know them in real life.
No.
Exactly. Lucky Bet. You know me in real life? I think so. I don't know. Thought so. I guess not.
Cute Mochi, favorite power weapon? I really like the Power Maul. It's just a baseball bat. Usually the Power Maul is also the best option in game.
Danzig of Doom. Hello, Jay and Nick. How's your horrendous day going? It's going horrendously. Spent about 9 hours assembling a combat patrol and getting Kill Team Octeris ready to start assembling tomorrow, while also binging most of TTS again.
Nice. That's not bad.
That
9
sounds-
hours to
yeah.
get a combat patrol built.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, that whole day sounds amazing. Honestly.
Frozen Drag, what's the difference between the Army Painter dry brushes and cheap makeup brushes? I don't know. Usually the cheap makeup brushes have longer bristles. And then the Army Painter paints have kind of short bristles. I've had really good luck with both. I've been using these Army Painter dry brushes, and they work really, really well. They have, they are very similar to makeup brushes. I don't know if I've seen makeup brushes exactly like this, though, where they are very short, and they're very round. I find that I don't use this one very often, the smallest one. I feel like I use the medium and big sizes the most. And then if I need to really get into a tight spot, I'll actually use a Army Painter small dry brush. This one. Or a Wargamer small dry brush. This is awesome for getting into all the little nooks and crannies, especially if you're dry brushing after you have painted other details. I would say the perfect dry brushing set would probably be the medium and then the little dry brush. And then a giant makeup brush for like dry brushing terrain and vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
Big Nick Energy, wash your fine cast. Just like Forge Roll, if you don't, the paint will flake off. Yes, yeah, it'll have a kind of a greasy coating that helps it get pulled out of the mold.
And that's not the Cheetos. You got to wipe that off first, though.
Olive Moore, usually Arm Painter dry brushes, the Masters series, tend to have a longer use life if you treat them somewhat well. I've heard that, although the makeup brush that I've been using, I don't know if I just got a good one, but I've been using it for years, and it's still brand new looking.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you just treat your brushes right, you'll get some use out of them.
With respect.
Yeah. Olive Moore, has anyone come up to you in public and said, "Hey, are you Eon's Battle?" Nope.
Nope. I think if I could guess, I bet you that would happen at Adepticon.
Yeah. Oh, I would. It would be really kind of sad if it didn't happen at Adepticon.
Be kind of amazing. So that's probably what we're banking on.
Mm-hmm.
But no, nobody. I mean, yeah, we go to game stores somewhat often.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a kind of a big hobby and a small hobby all rolled into one.
Yeah.
People watch different people for different things. We're also wearing masks.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's harder for people to know. I'm sure that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, otherwise they would spot us from across the street.
Exactly.
And it'd be like the Beatles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you sign my Imperial Knights? That'd be hilarious. I hope we don't get recognized at Adepticon either.
Mm-hmm.
Hope nobody knows who we are.
It'd kind of be fun.
It would be very fun.
It'd almost make for a fun video. Like we take the M50 and then we just every now and then like, well, it's we've been here for 2 hours. Nobody has noticed us. Just, we keep shouting Eons of Battle over and over, but
Mm-hmm. We should do like interviews while we're there. We should be like, yeah, have you heard of Eon's Battle's here? Have you heard about that?
No, what is that?
Like, oh, it's probably one of the biggest hobby YouTubers.
We're wearing name
ever.
tags.
Mm-hmm. It says Eon's a Battle on it. Exactly.
Colin Steger, advice on heavy support units for salamanders? I don't know. Devastators? Maybe Devastators in a drop pod with multi-meltas? Or just a classic Devastators with las cannons? Colin Steger, also, will you be getting dwarf spider droids? Probably down the line, but not right now, because right now I'm collecting the Rebels and the Empire. And then once I've finished the Rebels and the Empire, then I'll move into clones and droids. Because eventually I want all of it.
Clones and droids.
Doomslayer. Jay, are you excited about Army Painter's new air or contrast products? I didn't know they were coming out with air products. Usually I don't like airbrush paints, just because I feel like you just get less paint. Like if I buy a red, and then I can take a bottle of red and then 2 bottles of airbrush thinner and make a giant vat of the paint I need. But if I buy an airbrush paint, it's the same price, but it's not as much paint.
This is true.
But I am very excited about the contrast paint line. That looks dope.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully we'll be trying it out. I only want to watch it. Jay should wear an EOB shirt, and Nick's shirt should be, and Nick is also here. That'd be pretty good. Literally perfect.
Griffin Ducey, do you think Jay is channeling a bit of the God King Emperor with his luscious locks, hair care secrets? Okay, so here's what you do. You wear a scrunchie too tight.
There you go. Way too tight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. I do that too. That's my secret too.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little hard to manage, and so I just throw a scrunch.
I actually do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're a scrunchy family.
Mm-hmm. Throwing just a little bit of magenta over the skin to bring a little life into it, and to help tie them together. But it's really watery.
So are my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all the time. Damn, this is a big ass print. Might be a little too big for this printer, but we're gonna do it anyways. It's a lot of the bed. My computer's flying off because of how nightmarish it is.
Cute Mochi, any tips for making cool bases if you're a noob? Yes, I have 80 tips on the Eons of Battle basing playlist. And all of those bases are kind of based on doing simple, easy steps. M1GHTYM4. I got my first start collecting box of Seraphon. I'm excited. Ooh, neat. Did you get the Source
awesome.
box or the Skink box? I'm a bit of a skink man myself.
You're a skinky skink.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of being a skink, ShipKip's amazing channel. How often do you guys kiss before you go to sleep? Well, we don't kiss conventionally, but we give each other Hershey's kisses.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, it's kind of a cute little thing that we do. You know, I'm surprised we don't get a lot of those comments, and I think we deserve it. We need more of those ones.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we only have 62 downvotes. I mean,
What?
this channel's going to be closed down if we don't get to 100.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently you all hate the channel, and you want it all to close down. That's what I'm hearing.
ShipKip's amazing channel. I'm painting some Space Marines recently, and I'm completely confused on how to make white paint look good. Every time it ends up looking all lumpy unless I get it down to wash consistency. Yeah, white paint is really, really finicky. Usually the pigments are physically bigger, and it's harder to get them to look like nice and smooth. Yeah, well, thinning it down helps. Starting out with a gray, like a light gray, can help because usually grays have a little bit better coverage. So you could try making gray and then white be your accent color instead of trying to go straight for whites.
What a wild world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Pit Guy Minis? Nah, that's just 62 Games Workshop employees. Make that 70. Yep. I've heard Games Workshop hates us.
Yeah.
Just like how much they hate the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that they hate the fans? I know it. Matthew Cheeseman, have you thought about hiring some EOB groupies to follow you into the store? Fake it till you make it.
There you go. That's not a bad idea.
Really? Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, we know like 3 or 4 people. Maybe we start with that.
Yeah.
And hopefully that works out.
More, who's your favorite mini YouTube painter apart from yourself? Probably Ninjan. I love Ninjan and his videos. Ooh, and Emil, Squidmar. Probably a tie between Emil and Ninjan.
There you go. But we're a close third.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Mr. Green, hey Jay, quick question. What is a good white paint to use? My Citadel is rock hard already, but no surprise there. Yeah, GW paint is the absolute worst. I really like this. Ninjon put me onto this. It is Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylic Titanium White. This is a 52 milliliter tube. It's enormous, and I don't know. I think this was like $6 or $7, and it's really, really good. Titanium white. It's incredibly white, and this is the only one I use. I also have Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylic Ivory, and this is pretty good. I don't know if I like this as much as I like the white, but this is still pretty darn good. And it's nice to have these because black and white goes into every single paint job, and I have gone through so many different brands black and white paint, and this is just better. Cute Mochi. Nick, what's the best way of painting orc skin for a noob?
Oh god. I mean, what I did was for the Cruel Boys, I airbrushed on a dark green, and then I airbrushed on a light green, and then I gave it a oil wash with a dark green. But I don't know if that's, I mean, that was pretty easy. But I guess for noobs, I'm not sure if a noob would be that'd be appropriate for a noob. I also have on the channel a very old video, how to paint an orc boy, and I would say that. That'd be quite the video to watch. Because I know I had that video. I think I did a dark, like a really dark green, and then I gave it a brown wash, or maybe a black wash, and then I dry brushed. No, this is what I did. I painted it dark green. I dry brushed on a really light green, and then I gave it a Egrex Ursaid wash over the whole thing. And that works.
Human skin is hard to paint. Do 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 ba do boop boop.
Mr. Green, who would you consider the better painter out of you two? Obviously, it's me. That's why I don't paint for
clearly.
the channel.
I think I'm a close second though, and catching up.
Yep. I could say that I'm better than Jay was when he started. But I think by a lot. Yeah. There you go. I don't know. I mean, I don't paint very much. I don't necessarily get the opportunity to do it all the time.
Technically, you've observed hundreds of hours of painting.
I have, and that's why I'm really good. Although I did do some painting recently. I started on my Orc Commandos, my kill team. Got the skin done on them. My bomb squig is vibrant. Did you see it? It's
I did. Yeah, it draws the eye. Too much purple.
Kita Kanones, if Nick and Jay fought clones of Nick and Jay, would Nick fight Nick or Jay?
I think we'd have to fight each battle. By the way, they look more in line with something out of the other one. What's it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's the one with the punks in hives. It's Necromunda. No, these are Sisters of Battle, but they are Sisters Repentia. When the Sisters of Battle have done something wrong, like they prayed 8 times a day instead of 9, they are stripped of their armor and they're forced to fight. They're given their guns are taken away and they're forced to fight with chain swords. And if they prove themselves in battle, they get to be Sisters of Battle again, or they die. There we go. All the skin done. I think now I'll paint their plugs.
Frozen Throg. I'm not sure if becoming a sister battle is a good deal.
No, it's not. Yeah, being a sister battle is not a good thing. You do become a bigger badass than the guard, and your life expectancy is better. But yeah, you're a crazy... You're psycho-indoctrinated to be a super, super crazy religious zealot. And you will die in combat.
Yep.
Doomslayer. You stop watching for a month and someone goes punk. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. My life's motto right there.
Actually, I think I have. How is this black doing on my palette? Yeah, it's a little dry. Yeah, this one's still pretty workable.
Oliver Moore, while I do love Miniac, I have to say EOB just has a way with demonstrating ways to do things that you can use on a more regular basis.
I do a lot of army painting.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
I said dude.
Because that is a different skill.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different skill to do army painting than putting 100 hours into one miniature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't look that fun to me. I've spent lots and lots and lots of time on miniatures and really gone all out. I feel like at 10 hours I'm done. At 10 hours I don't want to be looking at that model anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Doomslayer, EOB is workhorses.
Yeah.
Yes. We're getting stuff done.
We put out more stuff than anyone else.
This is true. I was about to say, name me one YouTube, mini war game YouTube channel, whatever, that puts out more videos than us. You can't. And people are just going to list a ton. There's all these other people that are better.
I guess in theory, Valrak, although he's a little bit more news commentator. Because I think he puts out daily videos. Oh, technically, in maybe in time, we must be pretty darn close because we put out one that's at least 15, and then usually the model's memories are what, 20 to 30.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. And it's all about time, not quality or anything.
Yeah.
Andrew Burke, wait, why do you want dislikes on this? I don't know, dislike and find out. By the way, we have 80 dislikes. We're shutting down the channel if we don't get 100.
Absolutely.
You got less than 15 minutes remaining, and this channel is gonna get shut down.
Bambi, what happens for a Sister of Battle to become a Repentia? They have to do something wrong. And then I don't know like what it probably depends on which order of sisters, maybe they cut their hair wrong or something, they wear white after Labor Day, and then they have to go and they have to fight in the worst fights without their power armor, and if they prove themselves worthy by like just doing something awesome or just not dying for so many Repentia missions, then they get to be Battle Sisters again. The Saint Celestine was a Repentia.
How often does it work out for them?
Never. Like 1 in a million. In Big 40k, you actually literally try to kill your Repentia because Sisters of Battle get things called Miracle Dice, and you get more Miracle Dice every time a Repentia dies.
That's hilarious.
I read a great short story about the Black Templar fighting orcs, and there was a big explosion, and the Space Marine Emperor's champion got separated, and so he teamed up with a Repentia who also survived the explosion, and they went on to kill the orc war boss, and the Repentia.
Made out.
No, she lets the orc catch her. And then as he was using his power claw to crush her, she activated a plasma grenade. And it killed the orc war boss, but because of a miracle, she died, but her body was unscathed.
Ah. And then they made out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the part I care about.
Mm-hmm. Forget what book it was in. It was one of the short story books, which I'm not that big a fan of. I like if I'm gonna read a gosh darn book, I want it to be like a proper novel with a beginning and a middle and an end, and it's long. Colin Mark, now I'm thinking of this sort of Inquisition suicide squad comprised of Repentia, Argoflagellants, and whatever reject of the church looking for redemption. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe they have a captive demon, too.
Olive Moore, for someone that bought a bunch of Games Workshop paints to start with, what would you recommend to start a new set of / brand of paints for miniatures?
I really like Vallejo. I like some Army Painter stuff. I like their washes. I like their metallics. I don't think I like their normal paints. I like P3. Especially if I heard they're moving to droppers. It's very nice because they used to use pots, and their pots were even worse than Games Workshop's pots. If you want something really different, you could go with Pro Acryl, which is a very watery, like really nice paint. Reaper makes really, really good paints. I don't know, go with Pro Krill. I just pick one out of a hat. Go with Pro Quill. You say Libertarian. If you shut down the channel, I will revoke my dislike. Your move.
I mean, we have 87 dislikes in 9 minutes. So, we're shutting this channel down. And we would never lie. You know? Like, we would never just stop uploading videos and not tell anyone. You know, stuff like that. Which is pretty rude.
Joseph Gonzalez. I paint as my full-time job currently, so I appreciate the entertainment while doing it. Wow. Nice. Yeah. I mean, technically I do that too. But I film it all.
Mm-hmm. We're at 93.
Doomslayer puts up the middle finger. Counts as a dislike? I'll allow it.
94. We just need 6 more.
Colin Mark, I need to know something. Grey Knights don't have a Primarch, right? They're solely an Inquisition Space Marine chapter comprised of some of the best Space Marines from each chapter. They're comprised of only Psychers, and they sort of do have a Primarch. It was the Emperor's BFF of the Grey Knights. Yeah, they don't have a technical. Who was the? There's the guy. How I looked at the 40k, the Emperor's friend. Malkador the Sigillite, who was like the Emperor's right-hand man. He was the one who put together the Grey Knights.
We got 100 dislikes.
Yes!
All right. EOB lives for another day.
Yeah. Everybody was saying it while I was looking it up. Malkador.
Amazing. Frozen Throg, everyone switch over to likes. Don't let someone tell you what to do. Too late. You can't ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't destroy EOB. Sean, totally new to your channel and 40k and a boomer. Love your content, but the dislike thing baffles me.
I mean, you just gotta dislike. That's the rule.
You gotta dislike and see what happens. We don't make the rules. We just, well, we kind of do.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what we do.
Yeah, we don't make the rules though.
Nah. It'd be embarrassing if we made our own rules.
Mm-hmm. I've got
Do you think
5 minutes. I can do all the plugs.
Do you think the CEO of Games Workshop plays 40k?
Boy, you'd hope so. Probably not though. Probably busy ruining the fans' lives.
I knew it. That'd be hilarious. That's who I want to play against.
Yeah. Honestly, what if he appeared in one of the Warhammer Plus shows?
What if he's actually in the battle reports? We just have no idea.
Yeah. What if he is Luis? Like, what if she's just secretly the CEO?
That's kind of fun. guarantee that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. God, one of my favorite moments of life was I photoshopped Louise really small because the new set for her Warhammer show on Warhammer Plus made her look kind of small. And so I photoshopped her even smaller, and then I put it on Facebook, and everyone believed it. And it was hilarious, because a lot of people were like, yeah, I met her at a convention. She really is that small. And other people were like, God, Games Workshop can't even get photography this looks ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just like Games Workshop to not pay a cinematographer. This is garbage filmmaking. And then, like, it went up and was like that for hours, and I got 100 comments. And then finally somebody else took a screenshot, and they're like, come on, guys, it's not real. And for some reason, all the comments stopped coming in.
Yeah, it's very, very weird.
Everyone was proved to be a big silly goose.
That's always how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Kino Canones, the CEO of Games Workshop, has been working there since, like, 1998, so he might play. There you go. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. He's been playing for that long. It's weird that he hates the fans so much.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
PJ McGurn,
Can you
he does, and
imagine?
he plays Dark Eldar. Ooh.
That makes sense.
All the cool cats play Dark Eldar.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's see. How fast can I put a little metal highlight on all of the plugs? Got 2 minutes. Probably not. Chicken Nugs. Whoa, 2 minutes off the stream.
You better believe it. We made our goal of getting 100 dislikes by the end, or else we would shut down the channel.
Mm-hmm.
We currently have 105. So it's good to know that you disliked your way into keeping the channel going.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
One.
Woo! Akino Kenoda's damn. Imagine being there since 3rd edition and thinking 7th was a good idea.
Oh boy. Yeah, 7th was kind of a mess.
Well, I mean, they realized it.
They
quick.
did.
I mean, how long was 7th out for?
I think it was less than 3 years.
Yeah.
I remember it being really short.
Nima Hagen, whatever the CEO likes is the meta.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how I would have it be. Oliver Moore, dislike a day keeps the YouTube admins away.
Oh yeah, get out of here, Google. We don't need you.
Ooh, Akino Kanones, 6th, 7th, and 8th were all 3 years. So there you go.
I think we're already over 3 years with 9th edition, right?
Didn't it start in 2020?
Oh yeah, maybe it did.
So, 2 more years.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of 2 more years, it's a little after 10.
You gotta finish another plug.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had a video out today, so make sure you go watch it. We also had a video out on Monday. We have 2 more videos out this week. 1 video on Friday and another Patreon-only video on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's just say we're going to be talking about Warhammer Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very exciting. And on Friday, we also have a Patreon-only stream after our normal stream. So you got to join us for that. You can actually call in and talk to us with your voice. Pretty sick.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, good night. We'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central.
Good night.
Good night.